Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
That's important with you that I see. You don't want to go back to where you came from, but you always take where you came from, where you're going with your peoples.
That's why sometimes, like, I'll come back to the city and chill in the city for a little minute just to remind myself, like, where I come.
The future of boxing? Abso-fucking-lutely.
I remember many years ago, we spoke, and you spoke to our production group. You said, I've watched Floyd in boxing. Are you now?
I'm definitely a face of boxing. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Set You Off was like I got to do that a lot of people don't know that what Floyd do he's. So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you like, oh, like he was going at me, he was going at me. And I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd. Floyd seems to have broken his silence after Davis walked all over him. Just recently, Floyd threw a jab at Tank. And as if that wasn't enough, he revealed his plans to sign another fighter in the mix. It could be a strategy to get to Davis. But whatever it is, Floyd is stirring up the lightweight division. He even went as far as warning Davis against fighting Frank. Things are getting really interesting. So let's catch you up on everything now. It's been a rough few days for Von Davis and Floyd Mayweather. Their social media exchanges have been anything but friendly, with both parties airing grievances and taking jabs at each other. But deep in the heart of this dispute lies an interesting message from Davis about the importance of loyalty out of their stir. But something that's important with you that I see you don't want to go back to where you came from, but you always take where you came from where you going with your peoples. That's why sometimes, like, I'll come back to the city and chill in the city for a little minute, just to remind myself, like, why I come early in Tank's career. Mayweather played a big role in his rise to prominence. Tank even signed with Mayweather's promotion company, Mayweather Promotions, for years. Their relationship seems solid, with Mayweather acting as a mentor and guide to the young boxer. However, things began to change over time. The once solid relationship between Tank and Mayweather started to show cracks. Is this the future of boxing? ABS __. Lutely, I remember many years ago when spoke, and you spoke to our production group, you said, I've watched FL of boxing. Are you now? I'm finally face of boxing as the __. By last year, their relationship had become quite strained, and despite Mayweather helping Tanks secure a lucrative fight against Ryan Garcia, the bond between them seemed to have faded. Music. Some weeks ago, the world witnessed the tension between them escalate dramatically through their social media posts. The recent spat began when Tank, who now goes by Abdul Wad, shared a message on his Instagram stories. He posted a picture with a friend and captioned it with "Loyalty means everything." And even though he had not tagged Floyd, we can see where Tank was going with this. No, he Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point, whereas though I pass him and I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was a 29, do you see, bro? Yeah. That deal that I'm talking about, many interpreted it as a subtle dig at Mayweather, indicating that Tank felt betrayed by his former mentor. The tension escalated when Shakur Stevenson entered the picture in a video shared on Mayweather's Instagram stories. Stevenson directly called out Tank, saying it's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that wants to fight you. Dant Tank Davis. Let's make the fight happen. I'm tired of tweeting. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop ducking me. And let's make the fight happen. Say, man, look, man, your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that want to fight you. Javant Tank Davis. Let's make the fight happen, man. I'm tired of tweeting this call out. Did not sit well with Tank in response he took to his Twitter to refute any bond between Mayweather and Stephen Tank. Claimed that Mayweather was only siding with Stevenson out of fear of Stevenson's father, Jay Prince. When are we going to see that the Shaker Tanks, the Shaker Devon the Tanks, there's only one fight that is really all around to everything, yeah, boxing me. And Tank the fight, the one it's the biggest fight in the world, he stated Floyd doesn't like him. Either he only siding with that kid because he is scared of Jay Prince. And the kid is so easy to manipulate. Look, how he had me go at a young boy with a Rolls umbrella kid looking for fame. Oh, there we go, all right, all music. Right now, it did seem for a moment that Tank here is, well, let's call it jealous of the relationship Mayweather might form with other fighters in his circle. But even through all this, Floyd has not been actively responding to Dan's jabs. As a matter of fact, Floyd doesn't really think that Tank has what it takes to bring down Frank. Not only that, Floyd has even mentioned who he thinks is the best fighter. And it was not Tank. In a recent live stream, Floyd Mayweather caused a stir with his surprising take on the upcoming Dant Tank Davis versus Frank Martin fights. We go, all right, all right, all right. Come on, known for his meticulous analysis and strategic mind, Mayweather strayed from his usual measured approach, dropping a bombshell right at the beginning. I'm scared for Tankman Mayweather. Said, don't get me wrong yet, Javant is a good fighter, but good fighters come with discipline, which he lacks, I think. Frank is going to put him down. The comment was particularly interesting in the live chat, with fans scrambling to understand Mayweather's reasoning. You set up on stage you're going to beat Tank's ass, yeah. Are we predicting a knockout? It depends on how he come in, however. It go he getting his ass, with however it go if it's a knockout. Or it's his going to this, sir, you know what I mean. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do come fight night. Luck Martin, a relatively unknown southpaw, with a deceiving record, has flown under the radar for most boxing analysts. However, according to Mayweather, that's precisely what makes him so dangerous. Martin's got this unorthodox style. Mayweather explained he's got a long jab that keeps opponents at bay, and his footwork is phenomenal. He can switch stances effortlessly, throws in awkward angles, and packs a serious punch in that left hand. Remember how Cruz troubled Tank? Martin got that same kind of frustrating style, but with even more power and more skill. Believe me when I tell you this, I have seen these two men spar, and you'll see what I'm saying on Fight Night. Mayweather then delved into a technical breakdown dissecting Martin's strengths and how they could potentially exploit weaknesses in Dan's defense. He pointed out a tendency for Davis to drop his right hand after throwing a power punch, leaving him open for counters. Martin's southpaw jab, Mayweather argued, could exploit this vulnerability and potentially set him up for a knockout blow. The comment section erupted with some fans dismissing Mayweather's concerns as a publicity stunt. Others, however, took note of the seriousness in his voice and the detailed analysis he presented. Mayweather might be onto something here. One commenter wrote, Martin's definitely got the tools to cause an upset. This fight just got a whole lot more interesting now. Mayweather touched on the sparring session between Frank and Tank, suggesting that it could be that Frank was the better fighter in it, which is interesting because it comes right after Frank Martin just revealed that it is Floyd who broke up their spar. Frank Martin recently shared his excitement and preparation straight A for his upcoming world title fight against Javant Tank Davis. In a long conversation on the Pivot podcast, Martin revealed how advice from boxing legend Floyd Mayweather has influenced his training and mindset. Martin recounted a specific piece of advice from Mayweather that had a massive impact on him. Go run it too in the morning, because 9 out of 10 times you know your opponent is asleep at that time. Mayweather had told him this advice was Mayweather showing him the importance of outworking your opponent and seizing every opportunity to gain an edge. Mayweather's words struck a chord with Martin. If a person like Floyd tells you that you're going to take a lot of heat to it, and it's going to give you a different type of motivation, he said this unique training regimen not only helps Martin physically, but also provides a psychological boost. Knowing he's pushing himself beyond the limits, Martin also emphasized his commitment to thorough preparation, ensuring he leaves no stone unturned in his training. I make sure I don't cut any corners. So when I get into the ring, there is nothing on my mind that I feel I didn't do correctly. He explained somebody was getting stopped in the fight. I just didn't know who it would have been, but I knew that somebody was going to get stopped. I did an interview prior and says it was going to be a stove, so did you think it was going to be Devon? Though I thought he was going to be the one stopping. But I honestly felt like it could have been either one of them. It was just who landed the big shot. First boxing accord, according to Martin, has also played a crucial role in his personal growth, teaching him maturity and accountability. When asked about the importance of his upcoming fight on June 15th, Martin didn't hold back. It's everything to me going out here and capitalizing on this opportunity. Feels like everything I worked for. He shared this fight isn't just about winning a title. It's about defeating a well-known champion, someone who is a prominent figure in boxing. If I'm fighting somebody like a tank who talks crazy, they're going to bring out a different side of me. Then people are going to be able to see that I'm different. I pick him up all the way in the air. I'm going to slam him on the ground so Floyd and them hop in the ring, breaking us up no problem. What's up? It's Frank. The go now 4 years ago, Davis and Frank had an intense sparring session that left a lasting impression on Martin. After the punch that I hurt him with, it was just tough, intense sparring after that.